Hey everyone, Firestorm here. Hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. Um, New webcam, nice. Rather nice Christmas present from my dad. He actually spent some money. It's actually a really good webcam, pretty good. So yeah, nice to know he actually, probably got told by our mum to actually buy something nice rather than something cheap. But anyway, aside from that, yeah, had a good Christmas. All is well. Back in the office tomorrow, unfortunately, but it's only 4 days. It's only a 4 day week on the grounds of it's obviously New Year's Day on Wednesday, so I won't be in the office, and it's going to be a pretty quiet week. The days that I am, because a lot of people are off, obviously, so I haven't got any time off over New Year's, unfortunately. So I'll be in Monday, Tuesday, but I reckon it'll be pretty quiet. Not a lot of people in, so not too bad. Thursday, Friday, working from home, so not too bad. Can't really complain, can we? But anyway, yes. So Christmas was good. Had a great time. And it's almost 2025. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to really just talk about 2024. Really, I mean, the last sort of more or less 18 months have been a bit of a whirlwind for me. Really, I mean, I'm got a new job, went full time, and I'm quite happy to say that finally I'm halfway there towards getting the money that I need for moving out. I can confirm that I do actually right now have enough money for a deposit, which is great. I just need another year to put more money away to save up to pay for everything else that comes with moving out and getting your own place. So I'm hoping 2026 I'll be moving out, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm feeling great about that. I'm feeling really happy that I'm making progress on that plan to move out and get my own place. I went through my DVDs. I threw out 7 of them, which I just found amusing. And that's always the case. You go through something like DVDs, like, right, get rid of anything you won't watch. I will watch 99% of this. So in the end, I only got rid of 7 DVDs. In consequence, I'm currently watching Shikibori Hime Corpse Princess. Great series. But yeah, the 2024's coming to an end. We've only got really 3 days left, including today. And yeah, it's been an interesting year. Learned a lot. Yeah, definitely learned a lot. Work's been interesting, but as it is. But I'm just hoping 2025 is going to continue making progress on my savings goals, making progress towards getting my own place, and generally just making progress in life as we all can do. I've been thinking about that a lot. The future. I mean, to be perfectly honest, when in a couple of years' time, if everything goes according to plan, and I've got my own place, I'm very consciously aware that I am going to be living on my own. And I'm consciously aware that family-wise, I won't have family where I live. Like my parents, when they retire, which is in just over a year. They retire. They retire in just shy of 2 years, actually. 2026. They both retire near the end of 2026. So let's just say 2-ish years, roughly 2 years that they retire in. And I am very consciously aware that when they retire, sort of a year after that, they'll be moving out the area. They're moving to a new place, a town called Barnard Castle. They bought a house there and they're currently doing it up, and that's going to be where they're going to retire to. I mean, my sister moved out almost 4 years ago now. She lives near Leeds. And long story short, yeah, I'm very consciously aware that I do want to stay here where I live. Largely, obviously, work, because I only work 20 minutes away by bus, like in the city centre, so obviously I've got no plans to leave here. But I am consciously aware that, I'll be living on my own. I mean, I won't be on my own. I mean, I've got friends, obviously. We've got my good mates, we've got Nosey and Gary and Smithy, and, we've got them, and we've got them to hang out with and chat with and meet up with and etc. and etc. But a part of me, I has been thinking in long term as well. Like, when I'm old and grey, you know, well, obviously there's family. I mean, my cousins have got kids, and who knows, maybe my sister might have a kid. She might not. Who knows? But end of the day, it's like one of these days, someone's gonna have to go through all my crap. Someone will have to go through it all. Probably end up being my cousin's kids, you know. Right, cousin Sam's drop dead. Okay, let's sell his loot. Let's sell all of that stuff, all them DVDs he's got that are probably worth quite a bit of money by, I don't know, 2085 or whatever, you know. But yeah, ultimately I have been thinking about the future a lot. And I'm happy that I am making progress towards my future, that I am finally on that road to getting my own property. And I know it's not going to be easy, I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm determined to get there. And you know, it's for the first time I feel like I'm consciously aware of time, in a sense that I'm consciously aware of the future. I've never really thought about the future, you know. I mean, if I'm being honest, when I was working part time at Primark and at Argos, you know, when you're working part time, I never really thought about the future because I suppose in a way I just felt like I was just, you know, existing. I didn't feel like I had a future because I just financially wasn't going anywhere fast, and then I finally got full time work. You feel like you've made it, you know, you've got to that point. So ultimately, I'm happy with myself that I am making that progress, that I am aiming towards that goal of a property. So yeah, but I mean, as I say, that consciously is starting to make me aware of the future, of what will life be like for me in the years to come. You know, I do sometimes think, you know, as morbid as it may seem to think about, I do think about my own death, and sometimes I do think to myself, you know, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just possessions, isn't it? You know, all these DVDs, it's just possessions at the end of the day. They don't really, I suppose they're a part of you, but they're not who you are. And, you know, who knows? I don't know what'll happen. It's not something to think about, is it? You know, you're dead. But I'm just trying to say I do think about the future a lot more now. I think about sort of what life will be like for me in the next 10 years. Like, you know, if, you know, I get my own place, let's say, then 10 years later, what's it going to be like? You know, like, another thing I think about as well is very much, well, I don't want to get a downer on everyone, but I do think about my parents a lot. You know, because I mean, you know, I mean, it's obviously say I've got a sister, but I do think about my parents as well. But specifically, they're in the 60s now, and I do keep thinking to myself, you know, time is ticking. I know it's a morbid thought, but you know, end of the year, and I've had a lot of time to think about all this stuff. But anyway, not to try and be so down about everything, but you know, as I said, fingers crossed, I am going to get my own place soon. Well, potentially within the next 18 months. I mean, the plan is I need to do more saving over 2025, then come fingers crossed, come Christmas next year, I'll be financially ready to, fingers crossed, get on the financial ladder. Again, I know it isn't going to be a cakewalk, I know it isn't going to be straight up easy, but I'm determined to do it. So, aside from that, aside from saving and working towards getting my own property, you know, work's going fine. There's not a lot to really talk about with work, to be perfectly honest. Civil service is quite boring. But you know, we've got holidays sorted. TF Nation 2025, I am there. I've got the time booked off, so I will see everybody at TF Nation next year. And I've got a few other things booked in the year as well, so you know, a few things to look forward to. But ultimately, as I say, as 2024 comes to a close, I think about the next few years, thinking about the future, and yeah, I'm fingers crossed that I'm going to get there. That I'm going to get my own place, and I think I'm just conscious that, you know, I get my own place. That's really the first step into, you know, adult life, because, you know, I mean, you often say, when do you truly become an adult? Well, I don't think you ever do. I think, you know, at the age of 50, you're probably still trying to work shit out. So I know I can go there, get my own place, fingers crossed, and I'll probably still try to be working all that stuff out 5 years after. And as I say, I think it's part of me that is just consciously aware of living on my own, but it don't bother me too much. I mean, I'm on my own at the moment. I mean, my parents have gone away for New Year's, so they'll be back on New Year's Day, but they're away for the next 3 days. I mean, I'm at work Monday and Tuesday, so you know I won't be here. I'll be sat in the office doing, you know, doing work. Well, as I said, it's going to be a quiet Monday and Tuesday because I don't think there's many people in Monday and Tuesday. I mean, point in case, I did work Christmas Eve, and there was only about 11 people in the office. So, you know, the office usually can sit about 50 people. So, as you said, there weren't a lot of people in, and I don't think there'll be a lot of people in tomorrow or Tuesday. But yeah, I hope everybody else had a good Christmas, and I hope you've all got, I don't know, I hope your 2025 is going to be good. But yeah, I never thought I'd get this far, to be blunt. I never thought that I would get to a point where I could happily say, you know, I am making great progress towards my own future. I am, you know, fingers crossed, I am going to get my own place, and I'm going to settle down, and, you know, I'm going to have something to be proud of, to say that I accomplished something. You know, I accomplished getting my own property and was able to move on with my life. I do sometimes, you know, kind of want to hit my head on the table because sometimes I feel like, you know, I wish I was there now, but again, I've just not had the financial means. You know, I've just been very stuck in a rut. You know, stuck in a rut for a long time. I think I was stuck in a rut for Primark, definitely. I mean, it was getting to the point where I really was getting pretty depressed with it all, and I think it's just because I felt like I was going nowhere. And then, you know, I knuckled down, had job interviews, and then boom, I got the job I've got now, and, you know, fingers crossed it's all going well with the saving. And I just really hope that it all works out. And I hope one day I'll be doing a video on YouTube and I won't be sat in a cheaply converted shed. And yeah, it is a cheaply converted shed. You know, my dad's a cheap-ass Yorkshireman, so, you know, this is literally boards, a bit of insulation. We've got some insulation on the door here. I think there's a bit on the roof. It's got a tarpaulin and stuff over it, and it's all watertight. We've got electric, obviously, but the worst thing about this is the internet is so bad. It's like, you know, we get really fast internet in the house. Like, my dad can get nearly 200 megabytes on his computer. Down here in the shed, I'm lucky to get 20 megabytes, and that's on a good day. So sometimes you just have to leave your computer on if you want to download a big game or something, and leave it on overnight. But yeah, as I say, the future's there. Fingers crossed, it's looking bright, and I am hoping that one day, I'll be sat doing a video and I'll be not in a converted shed. I'll actually be in a room in my house or my flats, whichever I get. I'm hoping for a 2-bedroom place because I want one room to be the computer room. But yeah, I think looking back, that this has been great for me because it's given me that goal, and that's what I needed in life. I needed that goal. I needed to be able to say to myself, you know, I can save, I can get to that goal. And, you know, it's influence as well. I mean, I was definitely heavily influenced by a good friend of mine, Gary. Peace out to Gary. Respect to the man if he's watching this video. Yeah, Gary literally sort of kind of inspired me to kick up my own ass, effectively, shall we say, and get me going. Because, you know, the guy got his own place. He was working full time. He's got his own flat now. And I think to me it was like, right, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah, you know, sometimes you just need that little bit of encouragement from the people you know. So we'll see how everything goes, really. But yeah, we're planning some stuff for 2025. I'm going to try and knuckle down, try and get some more YouTube stuff out. I haven't really done much YouTube stuff recently, but I mean, we've got Space Engineers 2 coming out end of January, so I want to do a series on Space Engineers 2. And ultimately, I just want to get a bit more YouTube active. Yeah, there's not a lot more I could say really. But, 2024 has been interesting. I mean, I think over the last, I'd say 15, 16, it's not quite 18 months yet. I think it'll be 18 months come February, I think. But, going full time was definitely an eye opener. Because, I mean, I had to get used to getting up early. I mean, my previous job at Primark, I didn't start till 2 o'clock. So, I didn't really get up particularly early. I mean, I was usually getting up at about sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 9 o'clock. Obviously now full time work, I'm up at 6 in the morning to, because I've got a bus to catch to get to work at 9. Guaranteed it's only 2 days a week. And I know that there's talk of the civil service and that the government wanting to change that, but the only way my office will ever change us our home working pattern is if we get a bigger office, because there's about 75 people altogether on our department, and our office is big enough for roughly 50 people. So we'd need a bigger office if we actually wanted everybody in full time in the office, and that ain't going to happen unless we move to another office. But I don't think that'll happen either. So yeah, I suppose for the moment, work-wise isn't too bad for me. I mean, 2 days in the office, 3 days at home. So really, it's only 2 days. 2 days I have to worry about getting up super early. I mean, most on an average day from working from home, I'll usually get up at about 7:30, rather than 6:30. So get a little extra hour to doze about in bed. But yeah, full time work's definitely got used to it. Getting up early, got used to that. We kind of get used to the office lifestyle, which is different from obviously retail. But yeah, it's been good. I'm enjoying it. And as I said, I'm really hoping that by the end of 2025, I can proudly say I've got the money. I can start really getting house hunting and finding my own place to live. It'd be nice to actually do that and have a room in a house where you've got all your stuff in it. Not in a converted shed. But yeah, it's all going well. Right, anyway, so I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year. And to all those TFNers, to all the people of TF Nation, I will see you all in August. Peace out, everyone, and have a great year.